Hello, this is GVM or Gundam vs. Macross on my review of the 30-minute missions Revernova Green. Here is the kit itself in all its glory, front, side to side. I don't have a rotating base yet, and a back view. This is not included with the kit. I left it here for a later addition. Here is the weapon. Let's get on with this. I panel lined it a bit. This is what I call the base weapon of the rifle. Now in the magazine, it's a simple connection here and here if you want to put it like a British gun. But I prefer it in its, if you squint hard enough, it looks like a bolt gun from Warhammer 40k. And here's it with the longer barrel. The handle can do that. The handle is on a 3mm peg connection, so if you want to put it on another kit, it's possible, but I don't advise it if you don't want to, or use it on something else aside from here. It does have this is the kit itself, along with leftovers from the runner frame B, which is the kneecaps or knee armor parts. No, the foot armor parts instead, sorry. And the old waist and the leg connection joint. It has its own separate part for that instead. But yeah, you can give it to another kit or something. It's up to you. And yeah, this is the kit. It doesn't have any melee options. And for size comparison, here are my other related, color related 30-minute mission kits with this one. Like the Porta Nova, I only have the dark gray version. I didn't have a chance to get the green versions, not yet. Yeah, they're of the same faction, although you can't really see that because of the colors, but you can see it via the mono eye style. Here it's more like a trooper. Here it clearly shows off the dome inspired look, but without the bazooka and the heat saber. Here it doesn't really look like a Zaku, hence why I have the Zaku warrior here. You can't really see it easy. You can see it if you're close enough. But if this was green, yes, it is a Zaku XP. But as you can see here, no, it doesn't really look like much. I mean, it doesn't have the shield, rounded armor with the spikes. Yeah. Now, so far, we don't have any 30-minute mission armor parts for specifically for the Revernovas. Instead, we get a variety of weapons. I do not remember where my manuals are, but hold on. Now, I was looking at the manuals of my various 30-minute mission kits, and I am having trouble finding most of the weapon set because, well, theirs is very small compared to the actual weapons that we have on hand. No, not other than weapons themselves, the kits. Now, I do have most of the manuals of the kits, but not of their weapons, since of their small size. But I'm going to find them because I need to show off what weapons are most suited for this particular kit and other kits. Here. The customized weapons Gatling unit, which directly involves the base weapon of the Revernova. I do have the Gatling unit, but it's gonna be very difficult just posing it with here. Hence why they do have a different kit, which I do have here. But he's very loose right now, so yeah. Yeah. This is the... I do have the railgun, which I will show off, and the Gardenova's use of this. They're just the base gun, but the difference is the Revernova is a long rifle with the magazine-like clip, or magazine, and this one uses 2 twin drum barrels. Yeah. And yeah, as you can see here. However, I modified mine since I did have the weapon sets first rather than the kit. The railgun, because I think it is a railgun, I gave it a customization in the form of the bayonet-like structure. I turned it into a sort of heat weapon using the Gundam marker yellow. And instead of just changing the barrel of the gun, since this is relatively new, I had a spare gun. Yeah. See, it's very long, very hard to pose without a foregrip. But here's a comparison. Now for the Gatling gun, it's here's the Gatling gun unit. I removed most of the parts since I was planning on doing something fun with it. But yeah, the Gatling gun. I believe you can actually use these C-clips here. If you turn it around. I'm not sure if it'll actually work, but oh, actually works. Like we can just add it in here. Yeah, simple modification. If you don't really want to pose it with the gun and just give it more guns, well, you have to put it in like this. But anyways, oh, that's gonna be difficult if it's still on the backpack. Now, here it is. The reason I put this here from the option set 1, joint set, I guess you could call it joint set 1, is that there's this piece from the Sengoku army weapons. Here, there's this pole arm or spear weapon that, if you want, you could just make use of it like a spear. Add in the various 30-minute mission melee options, such as this. I made it into a sort of fish hook-like weapon. I don't know, I was inspired by a game. If any of you played House of the Dead 2, the Hierophant, the second boss, although it's not as close, it's close as I could get with what I have on hand. Then there's the Naginata, which you can also use with it. Actually, does look good. And another reason this was particular, I pointed out, so if you put it in like this and you used either the option set weapon set 1 or 2 joint, melee weapon joints, you can put it in like this, so it'll feel like having a dome, although you have to remove the joint for that. Feels like having a dome. I just need a bazooka. I do have something similar to a bazooka, which I will be getting right now. Sorry for the sound, it was in a Tupperware, a separate one. Closest we can get to a bazooka for my dome-like Revernova. And this is from the Rabiot exclusive weapon set. As you can see, it's yellowed a bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a bit yellowed, so I put them in all separately from new ones and old ones. Now, you will need a specific handle for, well, because you can notice it doesn't have any handles. It does have it here, but then it'll just be a very big ass rifle or cannon. Yeah. Well, if you make it like this and make it upside down, use the, hold on, this particular handle, which uses the same attachments as the same attachment point, because they're different from the weapon attachment point. See, different. So what happens is put it in like this. You put it on any of these. Well, it's clear that they wanted us to do this, and from the Altos, I'm sorry about that, the Altos weapon sensors, weapon sensors, you can have a discount dome. Neat, right? Discount dome. Now, it's not gonna be perfect, but hey, I have a discount dome. The premium Bandai version takes it up to a dome level, though I don't think it had a heat saber inspired weapon. Instead, it had two heat axes. I think they were heat axes. But another, sorry, let's remove this because it's actually not that good looking. Well, for some of you maybe, but for me, it feels a bit imperfect. I like to be a perfectionist in some of these weapons, but for now, I will be showing the unique thing that a lot of you could use for a simple mod. You see, I had the Milus Reiki as one of my few yellow kits, and I didn't realize it until now that you could just cut off a part of the runner and use it as a dome heat saber. You have to clean up some of these knobs now. So remove this, the deactivated form, or if you want, just a very, and here, it's not gonna be perfect fit. Maybe, well, it's easy, but you might need a longer handle because, well, that can be easily obtainable by another weapon from the option set, weapon set 1 and 2, which is this. Although you're gonna need a 3mm hole peg connection, which I actually have not that many lying around until now. Here, so a simple mod of a heat saber. Now, I only got this from a small part of the runner. I don't think it was the longest one. Just the one that I think looked the best. But yeah, let's put it on here. I mean, if you want a red heat saber, or for whatever reason, you could also cut that part. But green ones too. Well, I do have a lot of, shall we say, beam-based heat rods. Fortunately, I don't have them with me right now, but I do know that they're here somewhere. So I can't show it off. But yeah, the heat saber. You could even give this to your other kits. Like, if you have a dome that doesn't have a heat saber. So yeah. Now, for direct size comparison with some of these other 30-minute missions. Here are them with the Spinaccio Army. The closest one I have with the color palette. So yeah, I could swap and it would look good. Maybe. And there's this all green boy. I forgot his name. But I believe this is the armored vehicle. Hold on, let me check. Armored vehicle. It's the armored assault mech, or as I nicknamed him, my egg boy. He looks like an egg. Technically, they do share the same joint connection. It would be easy to just put these arms here. Though I'm not sure how long the frame polycap like connection will hold, because I don't want to risk that. I already lost an alto to stress marks and joint looseness. For as much as I love the 30-minute mission line, I do hate the C-clips. Makes it easier for instant connection, but at the same time, they do make it also easy to stress more and not last long. Now, removing this, here's what happens when you give it the space backpack. Closest equivalent to a very, very budget Revernova Thunderbolt version. And of course, you have to put in some joints. I do have a lot of joints. Like, for example, these are joints for multiple option sets. And 2 Acerbis. I don't have Type C yet because they ran out as I was about to buy. Order. Yeah. Technically speaking, you could use any 3mm connection to simulate a dome, a Thunderbolt dome inspired build with this. And for other weapons that might maybe work is the heavy weapon sets. Like, you could give it these missile pods which pop out. I'll have to find a way to paint that red properly. It's gonna be hard, but I'll find a way. And here's option parts multi, I believe is, yeah, the verniers, which it's gonna be difficult since it already looks like perfection. It's a hover type kit, but if you can find a way to add in some, shall we say, armor here, maybe could work. Nah. Yeah, this might work. Simple as. Or if you really want to, you could try. Nope. Oh, yeah, nope. Doesn't work like that. And because basically, one of the promos show that it's compatible with the 30-minute sisters short hair, because I don't know how you're gonna put the long hair on them, but you do need a particular joint from the 30-minute sister bodies that they do come with, so that won't be an issue if you have this. Put it in here, then I find a 30-minute sister head, because I do have a lot of heads and I'm still considering getting maybe one or two option headsets, particularly the long variants. But for now, we will use a yellowing Richetta white, the classic, with a head option, a faceplate. Let's hope this fits well. Also, the option hairs at yellow too doesn't really look like option hair yellow set. It looks more like a very light brown. Yeah. I did order 2 more faceplates. I might review them as well, because I have like a lot of, well, faceplates. Even though this is a Revernova review, and yeah, it's not going in. Maybe it's just the Richetta head or something. But well, yeah, this looks funny to look at so far, but yeah. And it took the joint too. So this is the Revernova. This is its only weapon, the gun, the long rifle. And let's put in the backpack without the ink. And this is the kit in all its glory. And behind it are a bunch of the other 30-minute mission kits I have. Oh, and just for a quick side note, if you have the 30-minute mission tank olive drab, which is perfect for this color, you can technically make this something like the Gorai from Frame Arms. I will be demonstrating that. This tank's actually very loose, but yeah, you do need a specific joint for that. It did come with this, the longer double C-clip joint, because this is the one that normally comes with the joint sets. This is the one that comes with the tank, and I believe the ground type alto. I don't have that still, but yeah, I believe it does come in those runners. They were specific for the tank. And yeah, it's a bit loose because I've used this several times, but yeah, you could make it better, but it could work, sorta. I mean, I think it looks more as a dome, or let's try the short ones. Maybe it works better with the short ones, because sometimes just less of a length might be enough. You know it's a good fit if, yeah, it would work better if you use the short length instead of the long one. The long one was clearly meant for the ground type altos, I think. And it does state in the chronos. And a last comparison would be the Baskiroto, just for curiosity, and it is taller than the Baskiroto. But if you had to buy either one, well, right now this is 750 in Philippine peso. I don't know if it's on sale anywhere else, but this guy is almost the same price as a HG's Ale Strike, the modern one, the 2015 Revive, which is for Philippines almost 1,000 pesos. I think it's $10, maybe. No. It's almost $20 kit here at least. But yeah, this is, if you had to buy either one, I would suggest you trust your preferences. You can buy both, yeah, that's good, but this is a Federation inspired design. Also looks like a front mission design or armor core if you blink. But if this is basically a modern dome that isn't a dome, there is that HG Origin dome, but it's still not the dome. Neither is this one, but it's the closest one we've got. Yeah. If you are going to buy a Revernova, get some weapon sets because it would not feel complete. And I highly suggest, if you don't have a yellow kit and a 30 millimeter 3mm hole peg connector with a handle, then get the Spinat, the Sengoku army weapons, if only to get this, so that you can, well, simulate it being a dome. Because it kind of looks like a dome. I technically do have a dome Tropen bazooka, but I don't want to risk the hands stressing from the handle difference. But I mean, take my advice. If you do get this, try to find a way to make it even look more like a dome. And that includes painting it. Because either you buy the P Bandai that looks like actually the dome, well, I mean, it's more obvious, or you paint it. Unless they announce that there will be a dome color for retail. But yeah, this is GVM, and there is gonna be a short review on the Baskiroto soon, maybe after this one. And thank you for watching.